my name is Kelsey Brumley. So last week, whenever we had to do the group assignment, I was in Florida with my family, my whole family. And I was talking to them on Monday or Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, about how we had to do a group assignment to where I had to go to a group and be new and go through the process. So my grandmother told me I could go to her book club with her, which is great. So I went with her on Wednesday. It was at 7 o'clock and she lives in this gated community. So we went to this lady's house, and it was about 6 or 7 ladies there, and I've never been there before, never met the ladies. The only person I knew was my grandma. So when I walked in, she had called the lady before and asked her if it was okay, because I told her maybe you should ask for permission. So I walked in and I introduced myself, and I told them where I went to school, why I was here, what I was doing. And the lady, the leader, she was very nice, very, very nice, and she made me feel welcome. She wasn't just rude or whatever. She made me feel very welcome. The book they were reading was A Fault in Our Stars. It's a Nicholas Sparks book. I already read it, so I knew what they were talking about. They hadn't read the whole book. It was just, they were about halfway through it, and I didn't tell them how the end went because that would be a spoiler. But the goals of the group, I don't really think they had many, except for having to read, sorry, there's a B, except for they had to read 4 chapters by next week. So I guess that was pretty much a goal that they had to complete. The agenda was kind of weird. In the beginning, they just had a little small talk, gossiped about everybody in their community, you know, and they just talked. And then finally, the group leader, she finally got everybody together and to sit around on the couches and chairs and talk about actually what they read last week about the book. So that was nice. I mean, I involved myself, sorry, in the conversation because I had already read the book, so I know what was going on. No one was really dominant in the group. It was pretty much everybody said everything. Like, if they liked a part of the book, they would say it. If they didn't, they would say that too. So no one actually like dominated and talked the whole time. Everybody had their part. The seating arrangement, like I said, there were couches, 2 couches, and there was chairs around to make a circle so everybody could sit equally. The lady, the group leader, really, she learned my name by the end. She said, "Oh, well, thank you, Kelsey, for coming." Gave me a big old hug. So it was I felt very welcome there. The ending of the group, it was kind of like after everybody stopped talking about the group, they just went into more small talk about their grandkids and what they're doing, what they did yesterday, what they're doing tomorrow. And then eventually the group leader said, "All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. So maybe we can start the conversation next week." And so everybody got ready and they left. The strengths were everybody was very social. Everybody liked everybody. They made me feel welcome as a guest, and if someone else would have came, they would have made her or him feel very welcome too. The weaknesses, they gossiped a lot about all the people in their little community. Like, I knew everything about everybody who lived there by the time I left. I wouldn't really change anything about the group because it's a very good place for socialization, for people to communicate with each other. I enjoyed it. Let's see, what else? Sorry. My experience, I really enjoyed it. I really don't like reading, but The Fault in Our Stars was a really good book, so I enjoyed it, talking about it too. I was kind of nervous when I first went in there because I didn't know anybody except for my grandma. And then when I went in there, she just kind of walked off and went and talked to her friends, and I was left to introduce myself and talk to them all. What I learned from the experience was there's really no need to be nervous when going to a group because usually the group leader is very accepting of you, and as long as you make the effort to be nice and put yourself into the conversation, then people will accept you and realize that you're not just there to judge them or anything like that. You're there to actually contribute to the conversation. I think that's it. Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, did the group leader seem prepared? Yeah, she was very prepared. She knew all about the book and all the chapters, what was in the chapters, and she was qualified, very qualified to lead the group because she was very knowledgeable, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her. She was very nice. I liked it, and I think that is it. So thank you.